Welcome back, my name is Carey, and today I've got an update on the one and only Boxable. I've been following this company for a little over a year, and one thing I've come to realize is if you want to be in the know, you gotta pay attention. It seems like they're making major announcements every other week, so you either gotta follow along or get left behind. A lot of people who watch my channel seem to really like Boxable because if I make a video about anything else, I get comments like, well, it's no Boxable, to which I reply, settle down, nobody said it was. Another topic I see popping up in the comments more and more is how nobody's actually seen any Boxable casitas set up in the real world, and up until a couple weeks ago, that was true. That's right, we've been given a glimpse of some of the very first casitas in the wild, which gives us a great opportunity to see what the 100,000 people who are currently on the wait list will actually be getting and bust a few myths surrounding the casita. What I'm going to do is show you some of the first wild casitas, check out the setup, and talk about some of the possible uses. Even after numerous factory tour videos, podcasts, and live streams done by the co-founders, there is still a lot of FUD surrounding Boxable, and this latest series of videos squashes a lot of it. For example, there are still people out there who literally think Boxable won't end up building any houses for the public. I'm starting to wonder if the fact that Boxable has been so open and transparent with what they're doing confuse people. Maybe they think it must be a scam because they aren't used to seeing that level of transparency from a company. I actually saw a comment saying that it wouldn't be that expensive to hire actors to pretend to build casitas, suggesting the whole operation was fake. Let's think about that for a second. A ruse so elaborate that they invent and get numerous patents on a new building system, build a 170,000 square foot factory, fill it with all the building materials required to build a 375 square foot casita that folds out on site, then hire actors to pretend to build said casitas. Excuse me? The effort required to make a fake business of that size look like a real business would probably be more than actually running the real business. It doesn't make any sense. Even though that is one of my favorite Boxable myths, we can officially put it to bed because there is now footage of a cluster of casitas near a lake in Virginia. So yes, they are building homes for customers. Unless they train the hired actors to actually build homes and we're all living in a Boxable version of the Truman Show. The second myth I see in my comments a shocking amount is that you can't put these homes anywhere, and that applies to almost all videos, not just Boxable. First of all, if you couldn't put them anywhere, there would be absolutely no reason for them to exist. No point in building even one. And yet there are factories all over the world building homes indoors and shipping them all over the place. If you can't put them anywhere, where are they all going? Keep in mind, nobody's saying you can put them everywhere, because yes, there are restrictions. The original idea for the casita was to be an accessory dwelling unit for backyards in California, but as the popularity of the company grew, so did the ideas and possibilities surrounding what it could be used for. When I was down at the factory, I asked Galliano what people on the wait list were planning to do with their casita. Here's his response.
It's such a big list that it's everyone under the sun. There's over 100,000 names on it. We have another big player, which is D.R. Horton. They're the biggest builder in the United States. They've placed an order for 100 units. We have, probably thousands of individuals who want one for themselves for backyard accessory dwelling units. We have a lot of interest from workforce housing. Really, like any use case you can imagine under the sun, people have come to us and said, I want to do this with the casita.
Sounds to me like we'll be seeing them used for a bit of everything, and I think the list of potential uses will continue to grow as more people find out about the company. Here's the thing, it's really easy to sit behind a computer and type the words you can't put these anywhere, but while you're doing that, other people are out there finding places to put them. A post about the first wild casitas on Facebook says they were delivered to a VIP in Virginia, and a photo shows 4 of them located by a lake. Could be the start of a resort, a family vacation spot, or a summer camp, who knows? All I know for sure is what it isn't, and that's an ADU in a backyard in California, because it looks like there are more possible uses than originally thought. Turns out you can put these homes places, and I really don't think we've scratched the surface of what we'll be seeing them used for. Aside from the news that the casitas are being sold and delivered to real people in real places, it's interesting to see what they currently look like and how they're being set up. There is a lot we can learn from these first customer models because the casitas have changed, and these are the latest version available that we know about, unlike my iPhone 6.
Designs for the house kind of keep changing as we go through generations. So like much the same as you would see a first generation iPhone, and then every year they improve it. That's the same thing we've been doing here, and I suspect it's the same thing we'll be doing for a long time.
The famous casita that Galliano is standing in front of in that clip is likely the one most people have seen tours of. It sits directly out in front of the Boxable factory in Vegas, and anyone can sign up for a factory tour, go check it out and make their own YouTube video. The thing is, anyone who makes that video, including me, and I did, is showcasing something that is no longer available. To be clear, the Casita is still available. Nobody get their hands in a WAD, just not with the exact same specs that they were building with when the factory tourable Casita was built. Yeah, it's a cool look, but if I had to bet whether or not you could actually get it anymore, I'm gonna go with probably not. Could be wrong. Instead, the Virginia Casitas have two smaller windows on either side, which is what I think will be on anything ordered now until they upgrade again, but who knows if or when that'll happen. I don't think we've seen the last of the Virginia foursome, and I'm excited to see how these things get finished. They could be lived in as is, or they can be dressed up with different exteriors and roof lines. There are numerous renderings floating around the internet of different exterior finishes for the Casita, all of which are to be done on site by a local contractor or DIY if you have the skills. What's coming out of their factory now is what we see here in its current state. How they'll finish it from here, we'll have to wait and see. Clearly they aren't finished, but what we have so far is the stock Casita on a CMU wall foundation. On their website, they list all the suggested foundation options. They include a concrete strip footing, CMU wall, concrete wall, garage wall, wood beam on concrete piers, wood beam on helical piers, or a concrete slab. What is going to be the best fit will depend on the property the home is going to, but if you've ever wondered what's suggested, they do have it all on their website under the Learn drop-down menu. The building blocks used for the type of foundation shown are typically 8x8x16, and it looks like they're stacked 4 high, so I'd guess these Casitas are about 32 inches off the ground, meaning they'll likely be building decks, steps, and whatever else you need at a lake house. I'm envisioning these things with wraparound decks, a pergola, a place to barbecue, and a fire pit or outdoor kitchen. 4 Casitas side by side is a cool setup, and in an area like that where it looks like the next closest person is miles away, the possibilities are endless. I think a popular use case for the Casita is going to be for short-term vacation rentals, and that could be what we're looking at here. On top of having a cool place to rent out that I think will attract people on its own, there will be a great opportunity for anyone who got their name on the waitlist early to be able to set up a Casita as a try before you buy option. Looking at renderings or even seeing it in person outside the factory are one thing, but being able to spend a few nights to a week in this home before you buy it would be a completely different story. Is that what's going on with the Virginia foursome? I doubt it, but you never know. The first wild Casitas are starting to surface, putting the Boxable Truman Show myth to bed. Yes, they are a real company. Yes, they are building Casitas, and yes, you will get one if your name is on the waitlist. I just can't confirm when. Given the placement of the 4 Casitas, it's clear that the uses will go far beyond ADUs in California because you can in fact put these homes places. I don't know what it is about Boxable, but I find what they're up to very fascinating, so I'll be following along close to the most and posting any relevant updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.